Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Monday, October 11th. Before I jump into the charts, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Really, what I'm trying to confess is that I'm very new to this social media, YouTube venue. I've been a commodity trading advisor. I've had my own subscription-based newsletter service for over 25 years that sort of came off the Chicago Board of Trade. And I've been analyzing the S&P 500 E-mini futures for over 20 years. I've had a daily letter in the S&P 500 futures for that amount of time. I've been trading and analyzing the SPY for almost that long, but I've not actually provided it to the public on a daily basis as I am now. And so this is new. I've had friends, colleagues, even my adult children who are telling me that I need to be a little bit more proactive in encouraging you to click the like, the subscribe, so forth. And so I'm throwing this icon at you right now. If you're watching this video, it would be great if you could click like, subscribe to the channel. And, that obviously, according to some of the people I'm talking to, helps me in terms of continuing to grow the subscription base for the Daily SPY Report. Without further ado, let's jump into the charts for Monday, October 11th. If you've been watching the videos since last week, and I actually started these a week ago today, so this is very new, you're familiar with this chart. We did have a buy signal last Wednesday by closing above the 1/3 speed line. I use speed line analysis a lot in my work. I also use channel formations a lot. You can overdo it with technical analysis. I've been using these two forms of analysis for many years, since the late 80s. You can use a variety of indicators, of course, but these I'm comfortable with. These make sense to me. Getting back to last Wednesday, we had the buy signal above the descending 1/3 speed line. And, the rule with speed line analysis is when you close above a descending 1/3 speed line, your target is the descending 2/3 speed line, which today is at 442.60. And so I've been expressing a scenario, a 3 to 5 day scenario that still exists, actually. We came very close to testing that channel top on Thursday, which today is at 441.92. This area is narrowing. This is a range of resistance in the low 440s that can contain weekly buying pressures. And from here, we can fall back into that 413.06 longer term support area over the next several weeks. There's not a clear signal for that. That would come actually if we settled any day this week below the 431.18 speed line. And that number is going to change every day. I don't want to get too deeply into the speed line analysis, but if today, for instance, we were to close below 431.18, then I have essentially a 1 to 2 week target below at 413.06. I'll get to that in a moment. I would like to show you intraday levels, what they are. And you can see here, I'm going to leave you with this image later so that you can take a snapshot if you like it with your phone, or if you want to print it off of your computer. But you see that you've got the low 440s resistance I just told you about, and 431.18, which I also showed. And on the way down, we have 437.85 and 433.96. 437.85, if we open above it today, can contain initial selling, and holding above 437.85, that low 440s remains in play today. We can test it. But if we break 437.85, then expect 433.96 intraday. And let me show you exactly what those are. I'll zoom in here, and you can see that 437.85 is nothing more than a short-term rising channel top that we tested on Friday. Not much of a bounce off of it, but if we open, and it's actually 437.85 is one tick lower than Friday's settlement of 437.86, so we stand a decent chance of actually opening at or above it. And if we do, then the low 440s are in reach today, where once again we can place a weekly high. And also you can see that if we break 437.85, I have 433.96 as an intraday target. That is nothing more than the high of the low from a week ago. A week ago today, last Monday, we put out the move low, and the high of that low is 433.96. So breaking 437.85, 433.96 expected intraday, where we can also place an intraday low, maybe a daily low perhaps. But I really don't want to encourage buying it for the day. You can and see how it goes, but I think breaking 433.96 is certainly possible today. And if so, yes, that 431.18 speed line becomes an intraday target where we can bottom out into later week. For the week itself, perhaps once tested, we could bounce back and rally back into the low 440s within several days. But if we close below 431.18, good high for the week, we should then over the following 2 to 3, 3 to 5 days, continue south to that 420.69 formation, which can contain weekly selling pressures, and over the next 5 or 7 trading days, actually converges with that 413.06 long-term support level, which I can show more properly here. That is a long-term channel bottom that is based on that long-term trend line coming across the tops over the last year of trade that actually managed to contain the early September highs. We can test that perhaps over the coming weeks, holding once again below 441.92 to 442.60. I'll throw this out there too for those of you who like to look at the big picture, who are trading the big picture, who are invested in your underlying portfolio, that I see if we happen to settle any day below that 413.06 formation, we have ourselves a significant sell signal, bearish continuation down to the 367.88 long-term channel bottom. The way I frame this is 413.06 can contain selling on a monthly basis, quite possibly through the rest of the year. From there, we can turn higher and onto new highs within a matter of a month or two. But closing below 413.06, expect 367.88. Now, that could be within a matter of 3 to 5 days if there is an event. Maybe what's going on in Washington or whatever the case might be, or it could take several weeks. I do think volatility will continue to spike and increase if we settle below 413.06. So I think it's a matter of 3 to 5 days to 2 to 3 weeks realistically before we test 367.88, and that formation can absorb selling through 2022. And from there, we can turn higher within a matter of probably 3 to 5 months, push onward and upward to new highs. Let's take a look at the upside today, that if we happen to push through 442.60, I've got a couple of levels I want to tell you about. One is that pullback high, or intermediate high, I should say, in later September at 444.89. But you can see on my support and resistance level, that's more of an intraday containment point. I do think that if we push today through 442.60, especially early in the day, that we actually may reach by the closing bell 447.50, and that extreme channel top is well equipped to contain daily highs. Both of those levels, 444.89 and 447.55, are well suited for aggressive day traders, and in particular 447.55 is well suited for someone who may want to trade the 2 to 3 day outlook. I'm reluctant to call that a level that can contain more than just daily highs, because I do think that if we close above 442.60, this market should continue higher to new highs, actually retesting that 464.86 trend line over the following 2 to 3 weeks, which once again is a level that can contain monthly buying pressures, and if settled above, would indicate longer-term bullish continuation really through the rest of the year. Now, I recognize that this video went on for the better part of 10 minutes. I promise that future videos through the rest of the week will be more abbreviated. I'll cut to the chase. I appreciate you sticking with me this long, but know that I think 10 minutes is probably a bit much with regard to just a daily report on the SPY. I'll try to keep it under 5 minutes for the rest of the week. So I will leave you with the support and resistance levels here. But first, I want to encourage you to once again click like and or subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Especially if you click subscribe, you'll be notified when these videos come out. And this is the support and resistance for the day. Have at it. I'll leave it here for 15 seconds, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.